Hey, are you turtly enough for the Turtle Club? If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's on you. Okay? Cowabunga Magic friends. Guys, today we are going to take a dive into the pre-release for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set. I essentially want this to be a guide for you, whether you're going to your first pre-release or you just want to edge on the competition. I got you covered. So the pre-release starts this Friday, February 27th, with the full set release March 6th, 2026. So let's dive right in so that way you can get a good edge on the competition. You know what I mean? So first off, what is a pre-release? Pre-release event is your first opportunity to play with the new cards in the set. So what you'll do is you'll get a pre-release pack. So this is actually from the Lorwyn Eclipse pre-release. You'll get a pre-release pack. Inside you'll have 6 packs. I don't have the packs. I opened them. A special. Oh gosh, it fell in. A special die. Foil and mythic rare. Promo card, no longer stamped, unfortunately, and the box to keep everything in. And then from this is actually my Lorwyn Eclipse deck, but you'll build a 40 card deck, okay? And you'll have lands and all that, and we'll go back into building the best deck. But yeah, that is what you're going to get in the pre-release kit. 6 packs, promo. That's not stamped anymore, so just a foil, rare, mythic, a spin down die, and the box itself. So back to building the best deck. All right. My recommendation is to choose 2 colors. Now, depending on the set, you can go more. I know, like the Spider-Man pre-release, I went Grixis after starting out with 2 colors, and then I just added blue, and it changed how I played the game, and it was really fun. But generally, your deck should be 2 colors. The way I do it when I open the packs is I sort all the cards by colors. So I just break them up: Wooburg, artifacts, and then lands if I have them, in tokens. And then there's 2 things I look for: what is the best threat, aka what's the big cards that can help you win the game or anything like that, and then also removal, because you do need removal. Even though this is for fun and all that, to know what removal is in the set is real nice. So those are what I look for. And we'll talk about some cards as well. Now, mana curve. What I mean by mana curve is where do you want your most spells to be? So if you're looking at a graph, you want your low cost to be high and then your high cost to be low. Mana curve. So you really want a good balance. So the best mana curve, and this is also from Wizards too, is 1 mana, you want 1 to 2 cards. 2 mana, about 7 to 8. 3 mana, 5 to 6. 4, 3 to 4. 5, 2 to 3. 6 plus, you want 0 to 1. And for me, what I always found for the deck is lands, you probably want about 17 total. So if you're running dual color, you can go half and half. There are going to be like multicolor lands. There may be some dual lands in the set. I haven't quite looked at all the lands, but if there are some utility lands like that, those will take, precedent if they help you out. And then just fill in with basic lands from there. You'll know your mana curve is right if in your opening hand you have 2 to 3 lands and a good curve of spells. So, yeah, it'll be good. Now, removal. There are some cards to look out for. Now, as far as removal, these are what I would look out for after browsing the set, and we can talk about them more in depth. But one is an enchantment aura called Dimensional Exile. It's enchant basic land you control. While this aura enters, exile target creature an opponent controls until this aura leaves the battlefield. Now, it's huge because not many people and not many cards from the set have enchantment removal. So, it's kind of nice. Another one, Grounded for Life. This spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a tapped creature, but you destroy target creature. It's 4 and a 1, so hopefully, if it's doing a tapped creature, you're able to do it, to use it and get the benefit. Make your move. Now this is where enchantment removal. This is a card for enchantment removal, but it's make your move. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. All I'm gonna say, man, is like White did get a lot of love, and I know Hudson's super excited because he loves White, but yeah. And then last, all these are White cards. Uneasy Alliance, enchanted creature can't attack or block. 5 sacrifices aura, exile enchanted creature. You create a 1/1 black ninja creature token. Activate only as a sorcery. So, I mean, White got some great love, but yeah, that's going to be good. Now, when building your deck, all right, like I said, you want to stick around 2 colors, and in your pre-release kit, you'll get a guide that helps you with the different archetypes as well as tell you about the mana curve and all that. But the different archetypes in the set are pretty interesting to say the least. So let's talk about the color players. Let's talk about the color pairs, dude. Talking. I just had a cup of coffee too. So, ooh. All right. So there's 5 different color pairs. There's 5 different color pairs, dude. There's 5 different color pairs that you're wanting to look into. White Black Sneaky Ninjas. This deck wants evasive creatures and bounce effects. So it's kind of like the free running, the ninjutsu aspect, the web slinging aspect is, once you do something, sneak it out or sneak it in, with different ways. And here's 6 cards rotating right now that I think will be great. What to look out for. I do a lot of commons and uncommons because that's what you're mostly going to find in these packs with, the occasional rare and mythic. It's very, don't sneak. I know a lot of people want the chase cards, but, this is to have fun, test your deck building skills. So uncommons and commons are going to be your best friend. Right after that, we got blue red machines, artifacts as well with Donatello. Yeah, Donatello. Is real nice because there's a lot of artifact synergies as well as mechanical mayhem. So artifacts will shine real big here. So is it artifacts aren't a bad deal as well. You'll also have black green disappear. So disappear is going to be a new mechanic. With permanents leaving the battlefield. So that's what it really does. It works with permanents leaving the battlefield. So you can combo with sneak, with food token effects. I think it'll be real fun, especially for Golgari players who love to have things in their graveyard already. I can see some good stuff in Commander coming out of it. Right after that, Red White Alliance. This is all about big token synergies. With teamwork, like you're going to want to combine a lot of alliance stuff. The more creatures that enter, the stronger the alliance becomes. So, Boros tokens, Boros alliance, I think is going to be huge. And then last but not least, green blue mutagen. Now mutagen tokens are crazy. So what I mean by that is everything that comes in, you're going to create a mutagen token, which is it's an artifact with 1 and tap it, sacrifice this token, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. So, Simic counters is huge already. So, I mean, it's just all about building your board state and getting those mutagen tokens and swinging for power, man. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. So, strategy recap. You want to pick your best threats first. So when you're opening the pack, separate into colors. I normally like to see what of the 5 that I have can make a deck out of. And then you're going to pick your best threats. You're going to add removal, build with a nice mana curve, and, have fun as well. Have fun with it. Everyone is looking at these cards for the first time and seeing how they work together for the first time. So if you misplay, if you make mistakes, it's okay. That's all. That's what it's about. It's about having fun. Okay. Like another tip too is once you make your first deck, make another deck. If you go the white black sneaky ninja strategy, but hey, you also have enough green blue to make a mutagen deck, do both. What I always tell people is, hey, this is your sideboard. So if your first deck, like for instance, at the Lorwyn pre-release, the reason why I kept this deck together is because this is what I played the entire night. I created blue-white Merfolk, and it didn't work out at all. But I also created green-white Kithkin. Kithkin worked. So I instead switched out mid-game, and I was like, hey, I have another, like, in between the rounds, you sideboard. I said, hey, I just switched decks and played with the Kithkin. Ended up winning my first match because of it, and went pretty well that night. So I always recommend building two decks because you just never know. You just never know what you could do. So that's my strategy. Another thing too that I am going to recommend is what you bring to a pre-release. So let me see. All right. So what you bring to a pre-release. Now your pre-release kit will have like pop-out tokens. You can use those. I like to bring my own dice and share with not only the person I'm playing, but with the table, because you're going to sit in a 4-person table. You're going to be, it's one-on-one with the other guys, because not everyone's going to bring dice. Now these are good. The spin down counters are good for life, or counters if you want. I also have my phone to be a life tracker that I use. Both of us will use, or I'll just use to keep track of my life and their life. Just set it up as a 2-person game and do that. Another thing, sleeves. I have all my extra sleeves in here. So whatever big hits you have, you're like, oh wow, I know someone pulled like a Bitter Bloom Bearer. The first, he didn't play with it. He sleeved it right away. But having the sleeves for your deck as well, you can buy them at the LGS. Good way to support your LGS. And yeah, build your 2 decks. You'll have extras. You have plenty of extras. And then after that, you can take the cards out and look, you have more sleeves. You can also have a playmat optional, but does come in clutch. Like one of our LGSs, actually both of our LGSs, have the 6-foot long playmats on the tables. Some people like to use their own. Some people just use those. It's completely up to you. Other things I would do is bring like maybe water and snacks. You can buy them at the LGS, but it's up to you. And have a phone charger and battery pack. If you get out pretty fast, you're going to be sitting for a while. Some people take the entire time and then some, or some people go quick. You'll be sitting for a while, so a way to have a battery pack so that way your phone stays charged is nice as well. But yeah, guys, ultimately what I just want you to do is have fun. That's what this whole pre-release is for, is just have fun. It's a great way to meet new players, experienced players, and just ask questions. Okay, everyone starts off equal. So everyone's going to be on the same pace. They're playing with the cards that you're seeing. They may have different stuff from what they open, but at the end of the day, it's all even playing field. So have fun, ask questions. If you don't know, ask to make the move again, ask if you can take back. It's all about learning and having fun. Some people take it serious. That's fine, but have fun with it. Okay. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this guide, hit that like button. Subscribe for more Magic Gathering content, and let me know in the comments how your pre-release went. I would love to know. Other than that, guys, I'll see you out there. If you see me out in public, if you're local to where we're at in Amarillo, come say hey. I enjoyed your video. Come say hey. We love to talk to y'all. Other than that, guys, catch you on the next one. Deuces.